Hi, I'm Todd Wente, and this is the Daily 180, 180 seconds of motion and inspiration intended to help you take action and make progress in your life. This is episode 621 of the Daily 180, and today I want to talk about three words that a lot of times we get confused. Uh, Myself, everyone else that I've talked to, different individuals at different times in their lives probably get these three words confused and what they mean and what they can do for us. But I'll tell you what, understanding the difference between the three of them can make such a difference in the way that we approach life, the universe, and everybody else around us. The three words are conflict, contention, and conversation. When I was younger, conflict was kind of one of those things that I tried to avoid as much as possible. In fact, I was the kid, and I'm sure this doesn't surprise any of you that are watching this, if you're watching this. I was the kid that was always trying to talk my way out of conflict. When something popped up and somebody was threatening to, stuff me into a locker or stomp on me or take my milk money, I would just try and find a way to avoid that conflict altogether. And the way that I did it oftentimes was through conversation. I would have a conversation with somebody. I would talk to them about something. I would tell them why they really didn't want to do that. I would try and find some way to have a conversation that manipulated the situation to my benefit and moved it away. What I didn't understand really was that I wasn't necessarily acknowledging the conflict. I was trying to avoid it at all situations. But had I been a little bit more aware of what that conflict was all about, I wouldn't have made the presumption that conflict always had to go to contention. Contention is a word that we use. Sometimes we use that to say I'm making a statement that's going to go into an argument. I contend, but I have a contention that, or something of that nature that says, I got a point I want to make. But most of the time when we use contention, we're talking about fighting about it, right? We're talking about a prolonged, drawn out, heated kind of an argument. And contention is something that I do think it's healthy to avoid. However, I found that doesn't necessarily mean we need to avoid conflict. In fact, embracing conflict oftentimes happens best with a conversation when we can ask questions and then listen. The most important part of a conversation isn't the words that we say, it's the words we listen to. And as I've grown older, as I've tried to work in different kinds of situations, as I've made mistakes, and as I've tried to figure out how to fix those, I recognize that the most important thing I can do when I'm looking at a situation and it seems like we are at loggerheads between two individuals, I need to have a conversation, lean into the conflict, but not allow it to become contentious. Rather, have a conversation and listen more than I speak. I hope this gives you something to think about, because my experience has been if we want to make progress with other people, we're going to have conflict, but we don't have to have contention. We can have productive conversations. If this has been useful, share it with your tribe. Share it as far as you possibly can. Hit the button to subscribe. Hit the bell to be reminded. And like I always say, this has been the Daily 180. Nolum diem. We'll see you next time.